Hello, welcome to Flower Philosophy. This is your Aunt Gina. Actually, I should now be called your sister Gina. After the dream I had, the good Lord put me in a nun outfit, so I think things have changed a little bit. But I have to tell you, I live in the cosmic, and yesterday I registered a complaint, and I had the most unbelievable answer to a prayer I have ever had. Okay, there's my cub sending me texts this morning. Okay. He says he's Italian and he's chubby and he needs to lose some weight. And I told him, you're perfect. You know, we can't be so hard on ourselves. Yeah, we all need to lose a couple pounds, right? We just need to stay focused. Now he's like, you're lying, you're blind. No, I'm not. I'm caring. I know how hard it is to lose weight. Don't be so hard on yourself. Just stay healthy and get some good exercise. I'm about to make a flag bouquet. I did a beautiful nest. I have 4 different types of greens in here. See, I still haven't done all the trimming. Do you see the one little bite right there? I take great pride in detail. That shows that you really care when the job is done really right, when the beautiful bouquet is beautiful all over, not just in the obvious parts. So I'm going to go ahead and put in 2 red roses. The flag bouquet is for the 4th of July, and today is July 3rd, Ricky's birthday. Happy birthday, Ricky. He's in the Dark Lizard Band, and it's the most amazing, unbelievable bass player I have ever played with. One of the recordings that I did was called the Barbie Song, and it sold to it got licensed to a TV show in Australia. And the gentleman who played on that particular song also played and wrote the bass part for the Village People YMCA. So I had him come in, paid him some money to do the bass part for this cute little song I wrote for a 16-year-old girl called the Barbie Song. And you could see it on my my website, my musical website. You know, if you go to Sanctuary Musicians Club, where all the grandbabies are, and you go to the song library, you can see the Barbie Song. Well, anyway, it's the only song I've licensed. I got paid for it, and he's on it. Well, Ricky is the most amazing bass player I have ever played with. So unbelievably talented. His whole world is about playing the bass. That's all he does. So of course, after you play for so many years, you become fantastic. I'm wiring the white roses, and I'm going to go ahead and give it a spray because this is a flag bouquet, and the only thing missing, I get so crazy with my organization. I mean, everything has to be too much sometimes, and now I moved my flags to my home office because I thought I would be doing sales out of there, and this idea, and that idea, and this idea, red, white, and blue. So now I'm going to put the white roses in. I'm not even going to wire the front white roses. I don't need to. And then I'm going to put in red orchids and blue orchids. So anyway, I moved my flags, and of course today is 4th of July, and I want my flags. So I have Ricky getting those for me. He does some of the currying, and he'll pick those up and bring them here. I'm going to go ahead and gloss the leaves because that adds a little bit more professionalism. Look at the bow. Isn't that fun and happy? We are free. That is such a beautiful thing. I mean, just in a bigger cage, but compared to how others live and the opportunities that other women do not have, we are free. So far, okay, I think she's really going to like this. And here is a ruby red orchid. Oh, now you see here, this is very interesting. Okay, usually they're not, no, you see, this needs to be cut off. Okay, I thought the actual orchid was drooping. It is not. It's just that part was broken. So I detail it, but this is very pretty. This is red. So we're going to do red, white, and blue orchids also in the arrangement just to really give her a kick. And, you know, I do this on purpose. They don't know, you know, they order flowers, they just think, oh, okay, I'll just get flowers delivered. It's such a nice, beautiful thing. This is a birthday bouquet. Her birthday is actually on the 5th, but they want it delivered today, so she gets it at work and not on Saturday. We're in 2014. So I make bouquets and get flowers in that I know are going to make the recipient scream. Because my job is to get the recipient to call the sender and thank them. That's my job. So I want to do that kind of quietly, you know, like I tell them, oh, don't worry, I can tell you one thing for sure, the bouquet is going to be gorgeous. That's what I know for sure. I don't really always know exactly what's going to be in it or what I'm going to be inspired to do, but I know one thing, it's going to be beautiful because I'm excited for that person to get a flower bouquet and call the sender up and go crazy, and they become repeat customers. It's just good business to do a great job in whatever you choose to do. It's just good business to have integrity and make sure that you care enough to give your all when people are giving you their money. You know, I take great pride when someone gives me a credit card. That tells me one thing, I trust you. That's a big deal. I want to be trusted. I'm not quite done. I'm still kind of working on it, but I want to show you where the red, white, and blue is going, if you could even see this. As the TV show develops, of course, I would like to have more structure where I could say, now take a look at this, and then have it in front of a green screen or something fun. And it's getting there little by little. My little TV show is getting there, and I'm enjoying it so much. I'm enjoying it so much. And, you know, that's the big part of it. It makes me happy, so I continue. Whether, you know, it's viewed or watched or whatever, that's a secondary gain. But for the moment, we have to do what our heart tells us. We have to follow our heart and not be afraid to follow our heart. And I think a lot of people have fear, trepidation. And not only that, they have people who are saying, oh, what are you, crazy? As soon as someone tells you that, you know you're on the right path. So if you're a little crazy, who cares? What else do we have other than the grave? I mean, that's where we're headed. So why don't we just try and do things for this earth that will maybe bring joy or greatness and love and kindness to other people, and have people have good memories of us. I fall short of that, and that's sad, but I think that I can change that, and that's one of the things about being a better person that I'm trying to be. I don't want to upset anybody, but sometimes when you're an employer, you have to make decisions to save your business, and sometimes you have to let people go, and it's very challenging, especially when they have little babies. And I've had to do that, but not because of me. My business has always been amazing because of the banking industry robbing us of our disposable income. I have hope for America. Rose petals mean hope. I have hope for America. I love America. Happy birthday, America. This bouquet right here, I'm doing an anniversary. I have white orchids, white and red roses. This customer sends flowers to this couple every single year. I would say 5 years, 6 years. I know that I sent the woman birthday flowers for her 103rd birthday. So now we're sending anniversary flowers for this couple. I think they've gone, I don't know how many years. I'll find out of how many years they've been married, but it's such a beautiful thing. Anniversaries are wonderful, and I do a lot of anniversary bouquets. I think it's very important to celebrate anniversaries. So I wanted to make this bouquet unique and beautiful and crazy, and I want them to just rave about it. So just take a look. I wish I could put this in front of a green screen or something eventually. Look at the glory of this bouquet. This is part of the joy of living, to receive something like this. And the gentleman who is sending it, wonderful man, just amazingly wonderful, always so kind and giving and generous. And he sends for the birthdays, the anniversaries, he sends get well, and he's on his way to North Carolina. He had his assistant call me. Just a wonderful man, and he wanted to send these flowers. He is their I guess, stockbroker. So, you know, he has some interesting stories. You know, I tell you, when you send flowers, you really, you start to know what's going on in other people's lives. And one thing I'm really, really conscientious about is to be a vault. You know, when somebody tells me something, you know, especially in their relationships or what's going on, because a lot of people want to talk about things, I keep it to myself. You know, it's very seldom that I'll gossip. I don't like gossip. I think gossip is ruinous, and it hurts other people. And I know the way that I live my life is reclusive, because I don't really want people to know about the inner workings of my life, because people are judgmental. We are here to serve God, and only He really knows what's in our hearts and soul. He is the keeper of our soul, and that's who we live for, and that's who I live for. So I'm pretty conscientious that other people maybe are unkind, and we have to be aware of that. I mean, you could just watch one of those ID shows and see the extreme nature of our brothers and sisters, and how we have to be very careful who we allow in our inner circle. But it doesn't mean we can't be kind to everybody else around us. Okay, I have to get this one flower in the bouquet, and it's an Alstroemeria, and these are the bunches that came in from the plane from Ecuador. I have a couple of suppliers that come regularly right from Ecuador. I mean, right from the plane. So it might be a sale. DialaRose.com. Would you like to send flowers?
I'm going to see if I can pick some up today.
Okay, what time about?
Like maybe 11:30, 12.
Okay, that's not a problem. Hold on 1 second, okay?
Okay.
You know, I was being goofy. I just get so excited when I get an order. Can you even imagine that? I've been doing this for a long time, but when an order comes in, it's just so exciting to me. And now I get to make a bouquet that has sunflowers, Alstroemeria, which is this flower right here. I call this a common flower. I really do, but it opens so beautifully. And when it comes in nice from the farm, when it's farm direct, you can really tell. When it's been sitting in a cooler, you can tell. It's just not near as nice. See how firm and crisp this part is? This is called a dangly. I just pull those off and I put them in with the rose petals. And now what I do is I take my rose petals and I put them in little plastic bags. And my gentleman who's out there canvassing for me, he's giving them away or trying to sell them. And I have to tell you, he's gotten me another sale. And it happened to be a repeat customer he met up with, and he gave her some business cards and explained how God is amazing, and he's a preacher. So when it was Valentine's Day and Mother's Day, when it was Valentine's Day, I didn't know that he was singing to the customers. We talk about this, and he knows how much I love him, and preaching. And I love that. I don't have any problem with that, but we can't do it. The customer did not pay for that, so we have to be courteous of the customer, and some people are not. You know, we have to be tolerant of all religions and atheism and all of that. To me, they're religions. Everybody has a belief system. So we have to be tolerant of that. We have to be kind and understanding that, you know, everybody's made just a little differently, and everybody's raised differently and taught differently. So I asked him not to do that. But now that he's out in the field and he's out there talking, preach away. Talk about God. I love God. I like talking about God. He is just amazing. I have now 3 miracles. And do you know that in the Catholic Church, I am a saint? That's a beautiful thing. And I'm proud to say it, and I'm not afraid to say it, because not everybody has had miracles. I have had one in which a woman was bleeding to death, and by a prayer, her hemorrhaging stopped, and I saved her life. And years later, I think it was probably 2 years later, we were talking about